Hi there and welcome to Tech Life, a channel where I aim to review everything from selfie sticks to laptops to IDEs for coding, video editing, software for producing thumbnails, essentially anything tech related. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you have anything that you think I should review, please let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to review that product. In this short video I'm going to show you how you can cast your mobile phone screen to your laptop or your desktop using a completely free piece of software. By casting I mean showing your mobile device's screen on your laptop or your desktop. Some people call it mobile mirroring, some people call it casting. Let me just quickly show you. So this is my mobile phone, the way it looks at the moment, and if I scroll left and right I can see the screen moving on my desktop. I can actually go into these applications. I can go into Twitter. So this is called screencasting or screen mirroring. The great thing about this piece of software that I'm going to show you, first and foremost, it's totally free, it's open source, and secondly, not only can you see your mobile screen on your desktop, but you can actually use your mouse in order to control the screen. So as I click through the different pages, I'm actually using the mouse on my desktop, and I can see this screen scrolling not only on my desktop but also as I look over to my mobile phone. And you can also click into applications. So the piece of software in question is called Screen Copy, and in order to use Screen Copy, firstly we have to download it. So if you head over to google.com, and if you, in the search bar, if you type in SCRCPY and hit return or click the search, the very first result brought back is a GitHub repository. So if you click into that, this is where Screen Copy is actually hosted in GitHub. So it takes us over to obviously GitHub, and this is the project. We can see the project files, and as we scroll down, oh by the way, I'll leave a link for this GitHub repository in the description of the video, saves you having to Google and look for it that way. As we scroll down we can see there's a readme section, so if you want to know a bit more about Screen Copy you can have a read of that. You can also just read this brief description of the application. So in GitHub they're saying this application mirrors Android devices, both video and audio, and you use a USB cable in order to connect your device to your PC or laptop. The application is available for Linux, Windows and Mac OS. Scrolling a little further down, it gives us a brief description of what the application focuses on. So in terms of performance, quality, latency, and then some of the features: audio forwarding, recording, mirroring, copy and paste. And then as we keep scrolling, there's a prerequisite section, so this explains the minimum required in terms of hardware requirements on your mobile phone and your desktop, laptop, PCs. It gives you a bit more information about setting up screen copy once you've installed it. You have to enable USB debugging on your mobile device in order for screen copy to work, and so it gives you a description that it gives you a link in order for you to navigate to in order to resolve any issues that you might have. Scrolling a little further actually brings us to the section that we are most interested in, and that is how to get hold of the application itself. So that's in the section Get the App, and as you can see that it's available for Linux, Windows and Mac OS. Depending on what operating system you're running, you'll click into one of these. I am running a Windows desktop, so I'll click Windows. Once we click into this, we can see that they have two different flavors of download for Windows. So they have a 64-bit version and a 32-bit version. I'm running a 32-bit version of Windows, so I will download this zip file, but if you are running 64, then you'll have to download the 64-bit version zip file. And in terms of the procedure after this, there's no difference. If you are unsure regarding what version of Windows you are running, then if you hit Start, and if you do a right click on a computer and go to Properties, you should be able to see within your system area the type of operating system you're running. So system type, 32-bit operating system for myself, but obviously yours might be different, so just bear that in mind. So clicking the link will start downloading this zip file, and it shouldn't take too long. It's only 5 or 6 megs, 5.6 megs. And if you are running Windows, as default, that download should have gone down to your downloads folder. So you can see in my downloads folder it's downloaded, and the file is called scrcpy-win32-v 2.0.zip. If you downloaded the 64-bit version, obviously that should say Win64. So once the download is complete, what you need to do is create a separate folder, either in your C drive. In my case, I've got an E drive, so I've created a folder called Screen Copy, and we simply need to copy this downloaded zip file to that folder. Once we do that, we can actually delete the zip file that was downloaded in the download section, and we can close that window. And in order to extract the files from this zip file, we simply do a right click and we select extract here, and again we don't need this zip file because all the files have been extracted to this folder. So if we want to, and we can just get rid of that. And that's literally all there is to it. There's no install files to run, there's no exe file that you need to run. The only thing we do is we call this exe file from a command prompt, and I'll show you that in this next section. So first, ensure that your mobile phone is connected to your laptop or your PC using a USB cable, and then from the start menu in the search programs and files, type in CMD. When CMD does pop up, if you do a right click on the cmd.exe and then select run as administrator, Okay, on doing that, a command window should open up, and in order to run screen copy, what we need to do is navigate to the folder that we extracted the files to. So in my case it was on the E drive, and it was screen copy, so I changed directory using cd screen copy. I'll do a dir to list my directory. So when we extracted the files, screen copy created a subfolder where it actually placed the files, and it placed them in a folder called scrcpy -win 32 v 2.0. so I'm changing directory to that. CLS to clear the screen, dir to do a listing of the directory. I'll do dir star.exe. Let me clear the screen, easy for you to see. dir star.exe. Okay, so the exe file that we're interested in is that scrcpy.exe, and if we type in scrcpy and simply hit return, it shows our mobile phone. It's literally that simple. And as I say, not only does it mirror your phone, but you can control your phone. So you can click through the different pages. You can select the applications you can go into and run the applications. And this is totally free. Again, what you have to bear in mind, if it doesn't work for some reason, you have to make sure that you go into your mobile phone and you enable USB debugging. And just to make life slightly easier when it comes to running this application, we can add a environment variable, which means that we can just open up a command prompt and type in the command to call the application regardless of what folder we're in. At the moment we have to actually navigate to the correct folder, so in my case I had to go to the E drive, I had to go into screen copy and then go into scrcpy -win 32 blah blah blah. If we don't wish to go through the hassle of doing that every time, what we can do is if we click on start, and in your search programs and files, if you type in environment or environment variable, you should be able to see a link for edit the system environment variables. So if you click on that, you should be able to see this or a screen similar to this. What you need to do next is click on environment variables, and then in the system variables a text box or combo box, scroll down to a variable called path, so this one here, path, and if you edit this, what you need to do, and I've already done this, what you need to do at the end of your variable, type in a semicolon and then type in a C:\\, and then screen copy / and then scrpy -win 32 v 2.0. If you've extracted your files to the C drive, then do that. If, like in my case, I did it to the E drive, I had to type in E:\\. So make sure that you copy and paste from where you've installed your or extracted your files, copy and paste this path into your path variable and do OK that and OK that. And now if I go to so I'm on my root E drive now. The application was installed in screen copy scrpy/win32 blah blah blah. I'm actually sitting on just the root E drive, so if I type in scr, I have to type this in correctly, otherwise it's not going to work. scrcpy, and there we go. It's gone blank because my screensaver is kicked in. I'm not going to type in my password because you guys might be able to see it. But yeah, so you can run that from any folder, any drive. I should be able to run it from here. Yep. So even though the application is installed on E drive, I can run it from C. Cool. So that's a short video on how to cast your mobile phone screen to your laptop or desktop. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this short tutorial. If so, please do subscribe and hit the like button, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.